Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurion's Review. We're going to play 2 turns of Brawling Battleships just to give you a general idea of how it plays, and then Len and I will give our short review of it. Alright, so to set up the game, each player gets 6 ship cards. Here's one player's 6, here's the other player's 6, and then they each get 6 of the regular dual-use cards. And let me show you those. Let's go through this deck here. These yellow cards, if you get one in your hand, you have to play them instantly as soon as your turn starts. The rest of them are dual-use cards. You can either fire, which is done with this row here, or do what the card says, one or the other. So the player who owns the game goes first, and then later on the player with the least amount of victory points goes first. So I'll just pretend this side here owns the game. So first thing he does is he draws another one of these cards here, and we look to see if we got any yellow cards. No, we don't. Alright, so I'm going to do Coastal Fort. This card may attack all Dreadnought cards and one enemy squadron. Alright, so first attack is on there. And on a fourth, a red 4 and a white 6, he gets 2 hits. On a red 6 and a 1 plus, he gets 1 hit. So he's attacking, let's see here, this one here. So that's a miss. This one here, that would be a miss. Over here, the Utah, another miss. He's not this close to Fort. They must be a drunk or something. This one here. Alright, so that one's a hit. So it's 2 hits, and the 6th one actually has a fire. So let's put the 2 hits on here. And then we'll put another marker over the fire symbol. If he gets another fire result, then he takes 1 extra flotation hit. So the numbers down here are flotation hits. That's a bridge hit there, and that's a fire. Alright, let's attack this one here. 5 and 5, 2 hits on this guy, but no fire. Alright, Coastal Fort will attack that one. 5 and 2, 2 hits on that. So actually the Coastal Fort ended up working out pretty well. Now it's the other player's turn over here. So first thing he does is he draws a card. Let's see if he has any instants that have to be played right away. Yeah, he's got Internal Explosion. Great leader, so hold on. When played, all players must remove all Dreadnoughts in their own squadrons with a fire critical hit on a roll of 4-1 plus. So this one's got a fire, so we'll roll it. Does not have to remove it. Alright, so... And now we got Great Leader, placed with a friendly squadron. All Dreadnought gunnery from that squadron scores 1 extra flotation hit per attack. If a squadron ship is sunk, this card is discarded if 5-1 is rolled. 5-1 plus, that is. So let's just put that there. Alright, let's look at this dude's cards here. Well, just to show you how a reinforcement card works, we'll play that one. Alright, so if 1-3 plus is rolled, add 1 card from the Dreadnought deck. Yes, they do. So he gets this card here. Oh, this is actually a really good ship. This worked out from Texas. That's worth 7 victory points. Alright, let's go to turn 2 and we'll do some regular firing this turn. Alright, so we draw one of these. So we'll do this one, and we'll use them not for the reinforcement, but for firing. As you notice, he's got 2 square symbols here, so 2 ships with square symbols can fire. So I'm going to say this one's going to fire, and this one's going to fire, and it's also got this symbol, so the Arizona can fire too. Alright, and this 4-1 here means if they get a 4-1 or greater, they'll get a bridge hit on these 3 here. So that's in addition to the regular damage. So first the Vanguard's going to go, and he's going to attack the Moltke, this one right here. Or actually, no, he'll attack the Agincourt, actually. So let's do that. So this one here. So if he rolls a 1-3, he gets one hit. If it's greater than a 4 or 5, or 4 or 5, he gets an additional hit. And then, like I said, if it's greater than a 4-1, he gets a bridge hit on it. So let's roll it. So that's a 1-3, so he does do one hit to it. Alright, next one's going to shoot at a separate target. So this one's going to shoot at the Moltke. So let's roll it. Alright, he gets 1-2 hits and a bridge hit. So this has 4 damage now. And let's put a marker out for the bridge hit. So this one here went to 4 damage, and here is the bridge hit. Alright, and last one to go is the Arizona. He's going to be attacking the Kerbit there. So he gets a 4-2, so that's 2, 3 hits and a bridge hit. Almost sunk. Yeah, there he is now. He's on 5. Next hit, he's gone. Alright, so let's go to the other player's turn here. We'll draw a card. Let's see what we got here. See if we got any instants that have to be played. Yes, we do. Internal Explosion. When played, all players must remove all dreadnoughts from their squadrons with a fire critical hit. So the only one on the board with a fire critical hit is him. So we'll roll this on any 3/6 plus. He's destroyed. No, he's safe. Alright, so here's the rest of his cards. Here's one for laying smoke, which will leave the smoke there for 1 turn. When you do that, when it's placed, only mines, internal explosions, second-rate leaders, and submarine cards may be used against your squadron. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to do this one here. So the ones that can fire squares and a hexagon, ones can fire. So the Texas over here will fire, and this one will fire. So the Texas is going to fire at he's going to fire at the Nassau. So he gets a 2/6. So that's a total of 3 hits. 1, 2, 3, and that's enough for to do a fire too. So the Nassau takes 3 hits and has a fire. All right, next one to go is this guy here, Dante Allegretti. All right, so let's roll for him. He's going to be attacking the Ostfriedland. So he gets a 5/6. So that's a total of 2 hits and a fire. So Ostfriedland down here takes 2 hits and a fire. So anyhow, when you destroy a ship, you just put it to the side and you hold on to it because it's worth victory points later. And essentially you're playing 3 sorties here, and after 3 sorties are done, you determine victor by victory points. Alright, Len and I will start our review portion now. Hey guys, Dave and Len here. We just played Brawling Battleships from Lost Battalion Games. Essentially, if you're familiar with Battle Line and Avalon Hill's Naval War from Neil Zimmerer, it seems like a successor to that from a different author. The main problem, though, Naval War was excellent. The only problem everyone had with it, though, is that you could have ships from any nation on your side, and this has the same problem, too. I mean, you can have ships from multiple nations. Other than that, it plays similar to Naval War, except you keep track of flotation damage, and then you can get critical hits and fire damage, which can eventually lead to more hits. And there's like aircraft and stuff that you can use to give you +1 to your gunnery. Like Naval War, it has a destroyer flotilla, which can do quite a bit of damage. In this game, it can destroy up to 2 ships. You have to roll for it, though. My only complaints really about the game are there's some little jewels that you put on the card to keep track of flotation. They're very hard to pick up, very hard. You have to almost push them off the table and then place them on the card. And the other thing is, it's got reinforcement cards, and the reinforcement cards are not automatic. You have to roll to see if you get the reinforcements generally. Problem is, if you get someone who's a good roller, is going to be he's just going to keep getting reinforcements and stuff. But what'd you think of it, Len?
Well, I must say, if you love Naval Wars, you'll love this one.
Yeah.
It's practically the same thing, except for a little detail about flotation and stuff like that.
Yeah. I agree completely. Yeah, so if you like Naval War, you're definitely going to like this. Alright, this was a short review because it's just a small game. Have a good evening, guys.